and we will lock you up for as long as humanly possible. We will not negotiate with those who are...
Tonight, a sitting mayor was arrested. His mansion was a front, his pool was a lie.
89 people arrested, 25 tons of cocaine, and a mayor with a secret no-disclosure form could hide.
4:52 a.m. Kankakee, Illinois scanner audio snaps through the dark. A clipped voice, a final confirmation, then silence. The fog sits low over the Kankakee River as convoy lights cut through the empty streets. In the next 17 minutes, federal teams will execute 12 warrants across 9 cities. They will seize 25.0 tons of cocaine. They will tag and count $25 billion in bulk currency. They will put 89 people in cuffs, including a sitting mayor whose second home was never on any disclosure form. And beneath a backyard pool, under stone and chlorinated water, agents will find a bunker engineered to outlast accountability. If you want the full truth, hit like so this story reaches more people. What followed would expose how power can wear a familiar face and still serve something criminal. 5:06 a.m. Southside, to Kankakee. Riverstone Drive agents move with speed and purpose, boots on wet grass, perimeter set in 2 rings. The Kankakee neighborhood is no longer calm. Aerial support holds at altitude, rotor wash just a distant tremor, while an FBI hostage rescue team element stacks on a side door that doesn't look like a door at all. A decorative wall, clean stonework, no handle, no hinge, breach charge placed. Flash, a concussive thump that swallows the morning. Inside, staged normalcy. Fresh fruit on a counter, family photos in silver frames, a hallway that smells like expensive cologne and new paint. Then the first evidence beat lands, because criminals always leave the math behind. A false wall splits open under a pry bar, revealing vacuum-sealed bricks stamped with black scorpions. The numbers begin. 40 bricks in 1 cavity, 12 cavities in 1 wall. No note, no phone, no trace, until the phones start lighting up. 5:18 a.m., Chicago, Illinois, Dirksen Federal Courthouse vicinity. Months earlier, this case did not begin with a mansion. It began with patterns, overdose clusters,
These clusters are
repeat
spiking
addresses,
on the west side.
cash couriers moving on predictable cycles.
Cross-check the report.
Investigators from DEA, FBI, and ICE Homeland Security investigations ran parallel lanes. Street-level poison on one end, shell company laundering on the other, until both lanes merged into the same choke point, a pipeline feeding the Midwest with cartel-grade product at industrial scale. And federal prosecutors in Chicago have historically described cartel supply chains moving thousands of kilograms a month through distribution cells tied back to Sinaloa leadership, an architecture designed to survive arrests by replacing people faster than institutions can process indictments. Source: behind the ordinary paperwork, property transfers, LLC registrations, construction permits, something darker was evolving. 5:41 a.m. Bourbonnais, Illinois, storage facility off of Frontage Road. Surveillance footage shows a man in a city-issued SUV entering a storage corridor at 2:13 a.m. every 3rd Thursday. Same hoodie, same duffel, same route. Thermal imaging later confirms he never walked out carrying less weight than he brought in. Records show the unit was rented under a clean name, Prairie State Renovations, LLC, but paid in cash, in exact monthly stacks. All was $9,800, not $10,000. Not a mistake, a tactic. The deeper agents dug, the more the timeline clarified. An 18-month spike in renovation permits, a 7-year arc of unexplained wealth, and a sudden quiet change in the mayor's lifestyle. Custom security, a private driver, and charity events that looked like civic pride until the guest lists were analyzed. Comment bunker below if you want to see how investigators spotted the hidden build before anyone ever lifted a shovel. 6:03 a.m. Pembroke Township, Illinois, rural lot with fresh gravel. A whistleblower call routed through an attorney, stripped of emotion, heavy on details, described a pool that was never just a pool. New concrete poured twice. A contractor paid to leave early. A noise complaint that got buried. Agents did not treat it like rumor. They treated it like
Mark the
engineering,
corners. Confirm the 28 by 14.
radar,
Tape is set. Move
soil
to the next line.
density scans,
Flags placed.
utility mapping. The picture formed. An underground void, roughly 28 feet long, 14 feet wide, reinforced like a storm shelter, ventilated like a tunnel. That detail mattered because tunnels are not folklore. They are infrastructure. Law enforcement has documented cartel
Kankakee,
logistics
Joliet, Chicago.
evolving
Mark
from
them.
improvised
Confirmed. Premier
smuggling
teams alerted.
into
Next,
systems
containment at
with
these
air
points.
vents,
23
lighting,
target
and
addresses marked in red,
built to
6
move
stash
product
locations in
and money
orange
with
and yellow,
precision.
2 clean
Source.
houses in white.
What they uncovered
units,
was not a
comms
local
check.
hustle. It was
Unit
a
2
supply
affirmative.
node.
Transport secure.
6:22 a.m. Joliet.
Reviewing
Illinois.
intake protocols.
Intermodal
Chain of
yard
custody is verified?
perimeter.
Yes, Supervisor.
The
All
order
logs are
came
updated.
at
Good. Team,
6:22
confirm your
a.m.
routes.
The command center, set inside a nondescript federal building, lights up with maps and red markers.
Grid
23
secure. All
target
units
addresses,
report in.
6
Copy. Target
stash
zone locked.
locations,
Perimeter clear.
4
Hold in position.
financial service
Execute.
fronts, so 2 suspected clean houses. U.S. Marshals coordinate prisoner transport routes. DEA tactical diversion squads
Command, K9 has a
coordinate
positive
evidence
alert.
intake.
Copy that. Backup is en route.
ICEHSI runs identity and travel histories, who moved between Mexico and the Midwest, who had unexplained entries, who used multiple devices, who pinged encrypted channels at the same minute every day. It was not chaos. It was precision. Type yes if you want to see all targets hit at once. 6:47 a.m. Kankakee County, Mayor's hidden mansion property line. Fog thickens. Streetlights fade into gray. A K9 unit alerts near the detached garage, then sits. Trained stillness. Agents cut a lock. Inside, tool benches too clean to be used. Shelves too organized to be real. The scent, however, is unmistakable. Chemical adhesives and narcotics residue. A battering ram strikes an interior door. 1 hit. 2. The hinges scream, and then it arrives. Visceral, undeniable. Duffel bags
Hold on.
stacked in columns.
This outlet isn't
1,
connected.
2,
Let me take
3.
a closer look.
Up to 37 bags in one room, each packed with bricks of currency. Rubber banded hundreds. Bank straps from 3 states. Mixed years. Mixed sources. Next to the money, 44 firearms, 9 rifles, 21 handguns, 6 suppressors, and 8 magazines preloaded and sealed in plastic. Serial numbers filed down to bright metal scars. The line between law and crime had been erased. 7:12 a.m., Bradley, Illinois, residential duplex. A second team breaches a duplex where a family member claims ignorance. The living room holds toys, a worn couch, and a television muted on a morning show. But the basement is staged differently.
Standard construction
A
uses
freshly
parallel
painted
bars,
wall,
but this grid
new
has a
outlet
reinforced
that isn't
rectangular
connected to
perimeter.
anything.
Engineered, not accidental.
Agents tap the drywall. Hollow. They cut a clean rectangle and pull it away. Behind it, a steel safe bolted into the foundation. Inside the safe, 6 encrypted phones, 3 external drives, and a ledger with coded entries. Initials, dates, and weight notations written as if they were inventory for a grocery store. Not names, not stories. Numbers. 25.0 tons, split into sublots. 400 kilogram drops. 50 kilogram samples. And a set of payments labeled Civic, totaling $2,400,000 across 11 deposits. But the most shocking discovery is still outside, under the pool. 7:38 a.m. Kankakee, Illinois. Backyard pool
Step
deck
out of the vehicle.
agents secure the
Slowly.
patio.
Yes.
Forensics photographs every tile, every drain, every hairline crack. Then the equipment arrives. A concrete saw, a fiber optic scope, and a portable air monitor. They cut. Carefully. Not fast, because evidence has to survive
Third
court.
route.
Under the first
Not
layer,
just
they
Mexico
find
and Guatemala.
rebar laid in a grid that doesn't match standard pool construction. Beneath
3
them,
crimes.
a hatch scene.
1 network.
The hatch
1
opens with a
alliance.
hydraulic hiss. Stale air rises from below, metallic, damp, and conditioned. A ladder drops into a finished space. LED strips, a ventilation manifold, shelving units labeled in Spanish, a work table with a money counter still dusted with talc from gloves.
This is the Sinaloa
This was a
Cartel.
bunker
Branching
built
lines
for
show their command
continuity,
structure. We're
built
tracking
for
key
control,
operatives. The briefing has
built for
begun.
silence.
The orange
Share
highlights show
this video so
CJ&G's
communities
overlap points.
understand what was hiding. 8:14 a.m. Momence, Illinois,
Repurposed,
2-lane
reused.
road, traffic
The
stop
architecture
scene.
absorbs
A
and
black
continues.
SUV, intercepted in motion, contains a single courier and a single suitcase. The courier says nothing. No panic, no
Our focus is on
negotiation.
integrity
A
and serving the
professional
public.
face.
We must
Inside
ensure
the
every dollar is
suitcase,
accounted for.
Vacuum-sealed bundles of cashier's checks for wiring instructions and passports from 2 countries, Mexico and Guatemala, linked to names that do not exist in any clean database. A third travel route appears in the paperwork: China, referenced indirectly through precursor purchases and machine shipments. Federal testimony has described how cartel ecosystems expand beyond narcotics into polycriminal networks, money laundering, human smuggling, weapons trafficking, often with Chinese criminal networks facilitating financial movement. Source: every trail pointed to the same place, not just a cartel, but an alliance. 9:02 a.m., Chicago, Illinois, Federal Briefing Room. An organizational chart fills the screen. The Sinaloa Cartel sits at the top of the supply line, with overlap points flagged where CJNG pressure forced cooperation, where Los Zetas-style transport tactics were copied, or where La Familia Michoacana distribution contacts were repurposed. This was not a single
Young
crew.
men, young
It was
women,
an adaptive
seniors.
system.
The drug touches
At the
every
center of
demographic.
the
The
local
sequence is
node,
quiet,
Mayor
not dramatic,
Thomas
just
R.
true.
Callahan, public title, private role, and a cartel logistics broker identified in filings as Rafael El Contador Ibarra. For years, Callahan had been living a second life. Payment methods were clinical: bulk cash delivered to campaign events, construction invoices for public beautification, and offshore account routing through Panama City before
Watch
re-entering
this.
the U.S.
The false floor
as
lifts right here.
consulting
Ingenious.
revenue.
What's it lined with?
14
Black foam,
shell
perfect for
companies,
securing packages.
6
Smart.
nominee owners, 3 law firms used as buffering layers. Trust inside institutions weakened.
In a
not
coordinated
with a bang,
operation,
but
89
with
individuals
signatures.
have been arrested
10:11
in Illinois,
a.m.
Indiana,
Kankakee,
and Missouri.
Illinois. Community hospital parking lot. Human cost does not appear on wire
numbers are
transfers,
about to
but
become
it appears in emergency rooms, in obituaries, in families that stop answering calls because the call might be the one they fear. A caseworker describes a pregnant woman, Alyssa Monroe, found unconscious in a bathroom with fentanyl contamination in a powder mix she thought was something else. A missing person report that became a death investigation. A child left without a mother. Nationally, overdose death estimates have reached staggering levels. 109,940 predicted deaths in the 12-month period ending February 2023. Numbers that turn grief into a constant background noise across American life. Source: not families, not refugees, young men, young women, seniors.
Each
If this
file, a
shocked you,
laundering opportunity.
comment.
Each stamp of
Justice
approval,
below.
a payoff.
11:26
What looked like governance
a.m.
was something else.
Kankakee County, Evidence Bay, Custody Chain Intake. Evidence technicians do not celebrate.
The
They
room that
log,
should have protected
they seal,
accountability.
they count.
Transaction
A
by
chain of
transaction,
custody is
it
the
was
spine
hollowed
of
out.
accountability. 25.0 tons of cocaine, photographed, weighed, and palletized. 312 phones bagged. 38 ledgers cataloged. $25 billion separated into stacks for counting teams rotating every 45 minutes to prevent fatigue errors.
Trust that laws apply
Agents
evenly.
recovered 19
Trust that
vehicles,
public servants
2
serve the
armored
public.
SUVs, and 1 private ambulance
building
modified
stands.
with
The
hidden
institutions
compartments
remain,
because
built to
concealment
survive
is a
this.
craft.
We're supposed to be.
Outside, residents watch from
Damage from what
porches
happened
as
inside those
unmarked cars
institutions will
glide
last longer
past
than
like
any
a quiet
sentence inside
storm.
this one.
The shock spreads faster than
Item
news
319,
alerts.
white powder
12:08
Copy that,
p.m.
logging it in
Chicago,
now.
Illinois,
Next box, keep it
press
moving.
staging area.
Somewhere on this
By
device, the
midday,
next case.
the numbers become
already
public.
moving, already in
89
progress. The
arrests
camera holds
across
on it.
Illinois,
Still,
Indiana, and Missouri.
The investigation does not
Kankakee,
end here.
Chicago, Joliet,
This is only the
Gary,
beginning.
St. Louis. Plus financial nodes tied to Mexico and routing patterns referencing China. The mayor is walked out in a plain jacket, hands cuffed low, and face blank. No speech, no wave, no righteous indignation. Just the posture of someone who believed the office would protect the man. But this wasn't minor crime. This was systemic threat. What they uncovered was not corruption as a side effect. It was corruption as a business model. 13:44 p.m. Kankakee, Illinois, City Hall steps. City employees stand in small clusters, reading statements off screens. Some look betrayed, some look unsurprised, a few look afraid.
Young men,
Because the
young
betrayal
women,
is not only
seniors. The drug
personal,
touches every
it
demographic.
is
The sequence is
structural.
quiet, not
When a
dramatic,
public
just
official
true.
becomes an access point, the community becomes a target. Zoning decisions become laundering opportunities. Contracts become payoffs. Complaints become files that disappear. And when that happens, democracy doesn't collapse overnight. It erodes, quietly, transaction by transaction. Or comment your thoughts. Should public officials face enhanced federal penalties
Watch this.
when cartel
False floor
money
list
touches
right here.
civic
Ingenious.
power?
What's it lined with? Black foam,
14:58
perfect for
p.m.
securing
Kankakee
packages.
River
Smart.
Overlook, late afternoon. This story lands where it began. A town that thought it was safe because
In a
it was
coordinated
familiar,
operation, 89
because it was
individuals have
home.
been arrested in Illinois,
American values
Indiana,
depend
and
on
Missouri.
trust. Trust that laws apply evenly. Trust that public servants serve the
numbers
public.
are about to become
Trust that
public.
institutions can protect communities from predatory violence. When that trust is sold, the damage lasts longer than any prison sentence. So hit like if you believe corruption should be hunted as aggressively as cartel violence. Comment, what consequence fits a betrayal of office? Subscribe if you want investigative reporting that follows the money, the bodies, and the paperwork. Because the next case is already moving through encrypted channels. Son, this is only the beginning. The fight continues.